Okay guys, welcome back. So on this tutorial that we are going to do, firstly we check that whether these required fields are empty or not, and if the required fields are empty, then we are going to pass this error to the user. So what we are going to do for this tutorial, we don't want, for instance, think of a scenario like in my database here. Let me show you something. PHP my admin. Okay, it's redirecting. Just wait a second. Okay, so here is Sensei Ridge here. So this is the database name. There is a users table here. So when you see there is a username field. So for each and every users, I want to make a unique username for individual ones. Okay, so think of a scenario that I don't want any user names to be redundant. Okay, so I want a unique username for each individual. So how I can achieve that? From the user inserting, or like inserting to my database a redundant username, I have to make sure the username exists or not. So how can I achieve that? I'm gonna make an if statement. So if you remember on the previous tutorial, we have made a function which is called user exists here. So I'm gonna copy this thing and I'm gonna paste this out, and I'm gonna provide the username that the user typed. Username. So if this is true, if the username exists, I'm gonna append an error to the array which says let me use escape characters here to show the username. So sorry, the username, and I'm gonna escape this character here, and yeah, it's gonna be like this, dot $_post before, yeah, that's fine. Then I'm gonna provide a username here. Then I'm gonna skip this character again, then say is taken, try other username. That is the username that I want to display. So let me come here and check my program. So yeah, my errors are displaying. So it's asking me to enter. So let me use a username Sensei here, or let me use a username like Mamae here. Okay, so let me type Mamae here, password. Just let me type some juggle data here, and let me press enter. It says the username Mamae is taken, try other username. Okay, it displays an error. So the other validation things that we are going to do to protect ourselves from SQL injection or other HTML entity traits, we don't want the people or the users to insert a username which have got a space on it. Think of a scenario like there is a username like this. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, right? So we have to remove this thing, okay? Because we already supplied a field name which is called a last name. There is no use to have a username to have a space on it. So what we will do, there is a built-in function that's called a preg match. By the way, for of you guys which are not familiar with regular expression, please try to Google about regular expression, and then you'll be able to figure out that what does a regular expression mean. So to check a field have a space or not, you are going to do backslash here. They are called forward slash, I guess, and then I'm going to use a backslash here, and between the backslash and the forward slash I'm gonna type S, okay, which stands for space. If this thing, and then I'm gonna supply what? Preg match. Okay, yeah, this is under two quotes, guys. Okay, then which field did I want to check the regular expression on? It will be the username. So if this thing is true, okay, what did I want to say? You cannot supply, or like you cannot do, or you cannot supply space between between letters on the username fields. Okay, so let's check our program here. Okay, just let me type a username mama here and an underscore q something. There's a space between them. Then I'm gonna type some dummy data here and press register here. It says you cannot supply space between letters on the username field. Okay, excellent. So then the other validation that we are going to do, we are going to check the password strings. For instance, in my program here, I want to make the minimum password strings to be 6 characters long. So what I will do, I will use a built-in function in PHP called strlength, or which stands for the string lengths. Okay, then I'm gonna provide the password field here. Password. So if this thing is less than or equals or is less than 6, I want to append an error which says sorry, the minimum characters, yeah, who cares, characters, that's how you spell it, I guess, for password is 6. Okay, so let me come here and reload my page here. Then let me type a username, mama here, for instance, password. Like for the password, let me make 3 letters only, and there's a first name, last name, and email. Okay, there I got 2 errors. The first error says sorry, the username mama is already taken. The other error will be sorry, the minimum character for the password is 6. I have to supply 6 characters long password to make it more stronger. So I guess this I've done what I have to cover for this tutorial. On the next tutorial, we're gonna make sure that this password field and the repassword field match together, and we're also gonna validate the email address. So till we meet on the next tutorial, keep on watching, keep on subscribing. Big up for yourself. Peace and love. Ciao.